3 games into this season. There are plenty of people who've had plenty of things to say about Baker Mayfield and his performance. You know, that Baker Mayfield has not progressed, that Baker Mayfield has actually regressed, that he's believing his own hype, that he's not the same Baker Mayfield that he was last season. And one of the guys who's banging that drum is former NFL coach Rex Ryan. Rex Ryan called Mayfield, quote, overrated as hell. Rex Ryan saying that Baker Mayfield is, quote, overrated as hell. Now, somehow that made its way back to Baker Mayfield. And if for some reason you thought that Baker Mayfield was no longer Baker Mayfield, if you thought that maybe he had changed or gone corporate or anything like that, you thought wrong. How about him dropping that quiet dagger at the very end of that? Just a casual reminder that Rex Ryan is not coaching, that Rex Ryan has not been coaching for a while, and that there's a reason why Rex Ryan is not coaching. In other words, have some, Rex. In fact, have a lot. Now, I would say pot, meet, kettle, but of the two guys, Baker Mayfield and Rex Ryan, only one of them is overrated as hell. And it's not the guy with the Heisman Trophy. And it's not the guy who rolled into a brutal situation in Cleveland and led them to a 5-2 mark down the stretch last season. It's the alleged head coach who's known for sweater vests, snacks, and embarrassing moments. In other words, a lot of things that have nothing to do with winning football games. And by the way, it's pretty rich for a guy with a losing record as a coach to be calling anyone overrated as hell. But especially that guy. The same guy who talks so much junk when he took over with the Jets, bumping his gums about going to the White House and guaranteeing Super Bowls, only to get canned after going 4-12 in his final season with the Jets. That's the guy who's calling somebody else overrated as hell, despite the fact that he couldn't get over 500 in his last 4 years with the Jets. Despite that fact, he somehow stumbled his way and talked his way into a job with the Buffalo Bills. And then he painted up his truck like a dope and got fired before his second year had even finished. And Mayfield's response was perfect, because Ryan isn't wearing colors and he doesn't have a coaching gig. And unless a team decides they want a loudmouth, self-aggrandizer to lead that team to a sub-500 record, Rex Ryan probably won't get another head coaching gig. Now, let's be clear about this. I'm not saying that Baker Mayfield has been perfect this year. Far from it. He knows that. He's working on that. And it says here that he and the offense will figure it out ultimately. Rex Ryan's not in the building. He doesn't know what Freddie Kitchens is trying to do as a head coach. Honestly, even if Rex Ryan were in that building, I'm not sure that he would know what Freddie was trying to do as a head coach. So again, I want to be very clear about this. I'm not saying that Mayfield's been great. Far from it. Not this year. What I am saying is that Rex Ryan should be awfully careful about throwing around phrases like overrated as hell, because they've got a way of boomeranging on you.